Before you cancel plans with a prospective friend, figure out your social and friendship goals. Making friends and even going on a social journey does not mean you have to attend every event. Yup, that's what I said. Sometimes environments don't work for us, and although you have to show up and be with people in order to have friends, it doesn't mean you have to always go to something that does not work for you. We tend to have a lot of black and white thinking, and often it feels like feast or famine. I go all the time or I go not at all. So how can we figure out when to go and when to stay? Well, I think you start with talking about what is your friendship goals and also thinking about what works for you. Let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm Caroline Maguire and I'm here to talk about all things friendship and ADHD. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment and let me know what you need, and I will make videos about it. So here are some ways to figure out, should I stay or should I go? First, what is your friendship goal? So one of the things that no one talked to us about when we were kids, and I don't even know if people even feel empowered nowadays by this, is you get to set your own friendship goals. You get to curate your friendships, and you get to pick and decide who you're friends with and what friendship is gonna look like for you. I know this is like a revolutionary concept because most of us grew up with a lot of bullying, a lot of rejection sensitivity, and we tend to sell ourselves short and kind of take whatever comes through the door. But really and truly, you get to decide what are your friendship goals. And how much you socialize is really dependent on those goals. I do have videos that I will link about how do you make friends, how much do you need to be around people in order to maintain those friendships. And I do want to say those things are important, but you get to pick your friendship goals. 2, what is your pattern? Everyone has a pattern. I'm sorry, I have one too. And are you someone who cancels all the time? Are you someone who sort of hibernates? Are you someone who pushes through and goes and is kind of miserable? Often the tug of war to make new friends can be fueled by a burst of social frenzy and energy, only to be followed by a period of social hibernation. So the biggest thing for me is, what's your pattern? And is that pattern going to mean that you end up not achieving your friendship goals? I think thinking and knowing your patterns is really important, because that way you can figure it out and figure out what you want. How much do you need to be social? You can see my video on this. And what do you want? 3, do you have to say yes to everything? No, you do not have to say yes to everything. That's what I said. Additionally, many neurodivergent individuals are prone to burnout and social exhaustion. Interacting with the world can be exhausting. Part of this is because the skills required to interact with new friends and in new settings are often fast-paced. And often I think adults with ADHD have this misnomer that you have to say yes to everything, and you have to say yes even when it doesn't work for you and it's not the right environment. You can offer an alternative. You can say to people, hey, I would love to see you, but what about this instead? You need to be with people and participate, yes, but it's about finding that balance between burning out and then inevitably opting out, because you need to honor your needs. 4th, plan for your social battery. As you consider the pull to make friends, it's important to have a plan to handle things when your social battery hits empty. And I do have a video about this. Knowing that making friends can be tiring and draining, or knowing that you have a hectic life, it is important to be able to sustain the process long enough to develop a genuine friendship. So I don't want you to live in pain, but if you tend to run down your social battery, what if we could plan ahead so that we are charging our social battery ahead of time so that we don't get as depleted, and we kind of keep that social battery in mind. And that way, we don't get as depleted and run down and kind of reach empty and then go into an extended period of hibernation. This is part 1 because I have actually some more to tell you and to think about. We do tend to sometimes have a pattern of opting in or conversely opting out and entering hibernation. Thank you to everyone who stayed on to the end. I would love to hear what your patterns are, and I wanted to make this video as sort of a thinking way to consider what goes into this and how can we make sure that we don't feel compelled to attend everything and that we also honor our own needs. Bye, friends.